My name is Sam Goldstein, and I'm going to be the moderator for this month's GitLab Development Department Team Retrospective. In this video, I want to talk through some of the highlights and learnings from the milestone, and then I hope you'll join us tomorrow for the group discussion where we'll be talking through those topics as a team. I'm going to share my screen here and jump into these slides. So what I want to cover here is the kind of usual retrospective topics for us. What praise do we have for the team? What went well? What went wrong? And what can we improve? So one thing that struck me reading through all the feedback in the summary doc, which is linked to here in the slides, is there's a lot of praise for team members this month. And I think that that's great. I think it's, one, a credit to how much great work is happening. And also it's really important that we do recognize people. So it's nice to see that happening in this doc, along with other places that we have for praise, such as the thanks channel, discretionary bonuses, and just letting people know, I guess, directly. So what went well this milestone? There's a lot that shipped. If you look through the doc and you look through release notes, there was a lot that shipped in 13.8. So that's great. We've got a ton of results. One I'd like to call out is EOA, which is the end of bronze availability, shipped this month, which was a goal of some of the reorganization, realignment that we did late last year. So it's nice to see that paying off, and clearly a major effort for a lot of folks in the company. So congrats on that. Some other highlights in terms of what's going well. We see a few teams using planning issues to help keep them in sync, make them more efficient. So that's a process that we're seeing a lot of benefits from. There's also, I'd say, a theme of several teams reducing work in progress, the number of items that they're trying to do concurrently in parallel, and that helping them actually get more done through increased focus and being able to drive those through faster. So another theme there. All right, shifting gears, what went wrong this month? Reading through the doc, there's several teams calling out production incidents that impacted them in some way. They needed to shift focus to help deal with the situation. And so as we have, more customers depending on us, we expect that those needs are going to continue. And so this is the theme that a lot of our teams are dealing with, of kind of how do we get better and better at addressing quality and availability concerns and reacting in the right way when that happens. Another theme in there was a MR reviewer feature released in GitLab, I think last month. Really cool feature in that you can assign a reviewer in addition to an assignee. So that's nice for code review processes. But in our case, caused some confusion in different teams. Not everybody maybe had the same understanding of what it meant when someone was assigned as a reviewer. So I think that's something that's been discussion of, we're addressing, but yeah, slowed some folks down. Looking at improvements now, there's a few themes that pulled out of here. One is that, yeah, some teams are experimenting with different ways to increase focus time for team members. We all know that, especially for things like programming and engineering, you need a lot of time to focus and not be interrupted. So we have company-wide the Focus Fridays, no meeting Fridays, but there are other teams that are trying different approaches to carve out even more time for team members to focus. There's also multiple mentions of kickoff meetings or approaches to planning to help kind of keep everybody on the same page and in sync. So there's multiple teams that are working on improvements there. And then, some interesting work around automated testing. Particularly, there was an item from the secure team about how they're adjusting their test suites to make it easier for community members to contribute. Because right now it's challenging for folks that are in the wider community to actually run the tests. That setup is kind of separate and not as accessible. So I thought that was really interesting and kind of dovetails with a lot of themes around what teams are doing with testing. Thanks for your time. Please join us tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 5 p.m. UTC. We've got a couple topics, or a set of topics, that we want to dive into. We're going to be discussing 2 topics. There's 3 listed here, and currently there is a issue open at this link where you can vote on which topic you'd like to see discussed on or add your own topic. So hope to see you there, and thanks for your time.